Welcome to Daily Roast News, your daytime dose of political caffeine, where the headlines come sizzling and the hypocrisy gets sun-toasted before lunch. Today's special: New York Attorney General Letitia James, the woman who once dragged Donald Trump through the torts, has just been indicted by Donald Trump's own Justice Department. Yes, you heard that right. Under President Trump's second term, justice seems to be running on revenge instead of rule of law. The indictment accuses Letitia James of lying on a 2023 mortgage application, supposedly claiming a property was her primary residence when it wasn't. Pretty mild stuff to trigger a federal indictment, right? Especially for someone who's been in the crosshairs of the most powerful man in the country? The timing is as suspicious as a campaign promise in election week. This isn't just law enforcement, this is political theater, with subpoenas as scripts and Trump holding the director's chair. New York Governor Kathy Hochul came out swinging. She posted on X, saying New Yorkers know Letitia James for her integrity and independence, and what's happening now is nothing less than the weaponization of the Justice Department. Translation: the DOJ is being used like a personal hammer to whack political enemies. And if you think that sounds dramatic, wait until you meet the prosecutor behind it all. Lindsay Halligan, a brand new Trump appointee with barely any prosecutorial background, who stepped in right after her predecessor was mysteriously reassigned. Magically, the very next thing she does is indict the president's biggest political enemy. How convenient! Now sure, Letitia James isn't above the law. If she really lied on that form, prove it in court. But when a case like this pops up under an administration famous for settling personal scores, it starts to look less like justice and more like payback with a press badge. Remember, this is the same woman who humiliated Trump in court, won a massive fraud judgment against him, and became the face of legal accountability. And now, just 2 years into Trump's comeback presidency, she's facing charges that feel more political than prosecutorial. That's not coincidence. That's choreography. What we're seeing here is the next chapter of America's favorite tragicomedy, Justice versus Power. It's the part where the prosecutor becomes the prosecuted, and the president turns the DOJ into a reality show. Law and Order MAGA unit. The message is clear. Take on the boss, and the system will take you down. Today, it's Letitia James. Tomorrow, it could be any journalist, lawyer, or official with too much independence and not enough loyalty. Meanwhile, Trump supporters are celebrating online like their team just won the Super Bowl. Lock her up is back on the playlist, louder than ever. But this isn't a victory for anyone. It's a warning for everyone. Because when justice becomes selective, democracy becomes performative. If the law starts acting like a political weapon, then no one's safe, not even the people holding it. And you can already see the fallout. Trust in institutions? Down. Faith in fairness? Gone. The idea that justice is blind? Well, she's peeking through the blindfold now just to make sure her next case won't get her indicted too. This is how democracy rots, not in silence, but in spectacle. So, as the sun shines on this brand new political drama, remember, the rule of law only works when it applies to everyone, not just to those out of favor with whoever's sitting in the Oval Office. Once justice starts carrying a party card, it's no longer justice. It's just politics with better lighting. Mid-show call to action. Do you think Letitia James is being punished for standing up to Trump, or do you believe the DOJ found something real? Drop your thoughts below. Type justice if you think it's fair, or vendetta if you smell revenge. That's your daily roast for this today, where the truth is bold, the headlines are hotter than coffee, and the punchlines practically write themselves. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and share this roast before the DOJ files a warrant for having too much common sense. Stay sharp, stay caffeinated, and as always, stay roasted.